I'm with Peter Barfoot, Glenavon's new club doctor. He's kindly agreed to speak to us. Peter, can you tell us a little about your background and how you came to be the club's new doctor?
Yes, so I'm originally from Magherafelt direction, really, and then I had studied medicine at Queen's, graduated in 2021. I currently work in cardiology in the Ulster Hospital, and then it was through a friend who works with Warren McCleary, the club treasurer, who actually got in touch with me and sort of said the post was available with the club here to take on the club doctor role, and I was something I was interested in. I have a big interest in football. I'm very passionate about football, and came down and met the guys down here, Warren and Glenn, and it was obviously the club have got a really good setup down here, and also sort of exciting new horizons as well with new management as well. So yeah, it was something I was just excited to get going with.
How many games have you now attended in the role of club doctor?
This is my first game today, so great way to start with a last-minute 2-1 win.
And have you watched Irish League football before?
Yes, I have, yes. I don't know whether I should say who, sort of where my family's allegiances would lie, but yeah, my granddad was a massive Linfield supporter, and he would have taken us to games when we were younger a lot, and then I've attended a lot of games through the years as well. So and played a bit of football at a much lower level myself as well. So it's great now to be back involved with the game again.
And what did you know about Glenavon before you were approached?
So I obviously knew Glenavon's a really historical football club. I think obviously they've won loads of trophies in the past. They have a great support, great following, and I know from watching Irish League down through the years, obviously a lot of great players have come through here, especially guys who have even moved across the water as well, and guys who have played for Northern Ireland internationally as well.
And what's your first impression of the medical department here at Mourneview Park?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. Chris Loughran seems to run a really good medical team here, and Chris has obviously years of experience working with the club here, but also previously in England as well. I'm looking forward to working alongside Chris and learning from him as well.
And what exactly is your role on a match day?
So really on a match day, I suppose my primary role is to be on site to manage, to sort of deal with any medical emergencies really that would arise, and obviously unfortunately we are seeing a rise of that across the game as well. I also be involved with managing sort of illnesses with the players, and sort of helping Chris with the sports injury side of things as well.
Do you have any role week to week on training nights?
No, so my role primarily is on match days.
Peter, your predecessor Stephen Best was in the post for 31 years. Have you met Stephen and talked to him about his experiences during those 3 decades?
Yes, no, me and Stephen have spoken a few times over the phone, so I know Stephen was a very well-respected figure here, and obviously gave a lot of his time and his service and commitment to the club. Had a conversation about kind of how he found the role. Stephen, obviously, he was a big Glenavon man, and I know he brought a lot of passion and commitment to the role as a result of that, and I also want to bring that same level of sort of enthusiasm to the role as well. And yeah, hopefully me and Stephen have been trying and meet face to face for a few weeks now, and it hasn't happened with the way with cancellations with games recently, and I know he's not here today, so hopefully sometime soon we'll get a catch up face to face. But yes, I know Stephen was a massively respected figure here, and it's been great sort of catching up with him over the phone.
Now, as club doctor, you have the privilege of being in the inner sanctum, the home dressing room before a game. You were there today. What is your impression? Were you interested to see what happens in the build-up to a match?
Yeah, absolutely. I say I'm a big football fan, big football supporter. I'm really interested in football, and it's obviously interesting to see how different managers and coaches do things differently, and also seeing how the players prepare for the game.
What are your first impressions of Paddy, Colin and Marty?
Paddy, Colin and Marty have been really welcoming to me. Obviously, it's important. You come into a dressing room that is somewhere you're going to feel comfortable, working in going forward. and the guys there have been really welcoming to me and welcoming me into their sort of environment as well. So I'm really appreciative of that. And obviously, the club have had a real bounce since Paddy's come in, and long may it continue.
And what are your first impressions of Mornview Park as a match venue?
Really impressed. First game I came down for the Irish Cup game against Dundela there a couple of weeks ago, and was really impressed with the support out for an Irish Cup game midweek. And you've got a lot of really devoted supporters here, and that means a lot on a match day. To have people out there who are behind you, supporting you.
So tell us a bit more about your medical career. You're specialising in cardiology. Why cardiology?
So I work in cardiology in the Ulster. It's something I just have a real interest in. I suppose everyone in medicine sort of finds their way into down different paths, and I've worked in cardiology for some time now. It's something I'm really interested in. It's especially where you can really help people to get better as well. And hopefully there'll be some of that line of work will be applicable here as well. Working in the club doctor role at Glenavon.
And working in cardiology, do you keep up to date with the treatment of muscle injuries, bumps and bruises, the kind of knocks that footballers get?
Yeah, so obviously that's not directly part of my work working in cardiology, but I say I'm very interested in football and sports in general, really. So that's something that I sort of keep myself in the loop with. It's something I'm interested in. When you're interested in football anyway, and you're a medic, you can't help but be interested in that stuff. So,
well, thanks very much for your time, Peter, and all the best in the new role.
Thanks very much.